If you don't want people to know your business, then you just don't speak on it. Now, you're not going to make me look like a damn fool. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big of a star you are. You're not about to make me look like a fool.
Bravo. It's not Love and Hip Hop. Bravo, not Love and Hip Hop. Bravo has been trying to get Hollywood to come on a reality show as a full-time cast member. Hollywood is Shannon's ex-stylist that he took to football games.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right.
Okay, so y'all know Shannon Sharpe, right? Loud suits, louder opinions, and a mouth that never quits on TV. But B, it's not just his takes going viral anymore. No, now it's his bedroom business that's being dragged into the spotlight. And let's just say it's not pretty. From getting cozy courtside with a very familiar face to straight up lawsuits and some accidental but not so accidental IG Live madness, Shannon's name is everywhere, but not for the reasons he'd want. And who's leading the charge in this public takedown? His ex-stylist, Russell Hollywood Simpson. Yep, the same man fans always low-key suspected was more than just a professional fit planner. Now he's online, tossing cryptic posts like grenades and spilling shade so heavy it's practically thunderstorming.
When the streets are talking, where there's smoke, there's fire. Definitely think Shannon Sharpe. And it's just like, I've been around a lot of heterosexual men, and comfortable heterosexual men don't need to always defend their heterosexualness. Shannon Sharpe is always upset when somebody's saying that he's gay.
And Russell? He's not even pretending to hold back anymore. He's got secrets, big ones. Allegedly, game-ending receipts that could flip Shannon's whole empire upside down. But hold on, he's also accusing Shannon of trying to blacklist him in the industry. Like allegedly sabotaging gigs just to keep Pillow Talk out of the headlines. This isn't just beef, it's an all-out Cold War with Insta stories as weapons.
I ain't doing no so you can sit across from me and look at my balls. I'm sitting down, nigga. I thought he was gonna attack Cat. That nigga shit is called Shay Shay.
So what's the real deal? Did Shannon really try to silence his stylist to keep their private drama under wraps? Let's rewind a bit. People first started whispering when Shannon showed up everywhere with Russell. Lakers games, bougie events, even red carpets. And Russell, not just lurking in the background, he was right there, arm candy status. Then it hit the blogs that Russell used to date NFL player Kerry Rhodes. So naturally, folks started connecting dots real quick. And Shannon? Whew, he hated the attention. The moment the speculation turned to his sexuality, things got nasty.
I like the attention.
Let's be real. Rumors about Shannon being on the down low, they've been swirling for years. And comedian Mike Epps? He threw gasoline on the fire when he low-key shaded Shannon, suggesting there might be more to him than meets the eye. Word is, Shannon tried to invite Mike on Club Shay Shay, but Mike ghosted that invite like it came with a subpoena. Shannon did not take that well. He popped off on his Nightcap podcast with Chad Ochocinco Johnson. He was heated. Say my name again and I'll leak the DMs, he threatened. He was basically daring Mike to test him, calling him out for lying, throwing jabs like, you mad cause Cat Williams got his shine and now you out here scrambling? He wasn't just defending himself. He was on a mission to shut it all down. But slow. But fans, they weren't convinced. The more he clapped back, the more pressed he looked. It was giving, guilty. And guess what? Shannon didn't just stop the friendship with Russell. Nope, he tried to erase him completely, like he never existed. That's when people really started watching.
I don't know what's in this box. I'm not gonna open it until Hollywood gets here. But whatever it is in this box, I already know he gonna make me look fly, ain't it? I got the best stylist in the world. Not the United States, the entire world. Of 8 billion people, I got number one. And can't nobody stop us. Shay Sharpe and Hollywood, a dynamic duo that can't be stopped. Run tell that.
Suddenly, Shannon was claiming Russell had never styled him like that. He tried to rewrite the entire history, brought back his former stylist, Shelly Davis, and acted like she'd been the brains behind his iconic fits the whole time. But the internet? Not dumb. They caught on fast. That was a full-on damage control move, and baby, it backfired hard. Rizzo, of course, was not about to let Shannon play him like a fashion intern. He got petty, started small, leaked some behind-the-scenes video receipts, clear as day proof that he was the one behind Shannon's looks, not a hanger carrier, not a +1. He was the stylist.
If that
But dog, this dude right here be killing the game. I be watching. We killing the game, Hollywood. You straight.
Then he dropped that now infamous IG clip with the caption, "Let's be clear," and woo, people lost it. The post was loud without saying much, and it didn't have to. The vibes were clear. This wasn't about just styling. This was about truth and betrayal. Let's not forget, Shannon used to praise Hollywood publicly. All love, all admiration, and now, suddenly, he's acting like the man was invisible? That's not a wardrobe change. That's a cover-up. But nothing could have prepared us for what came next. On September 11, 2024, Shannon had what might be the most awkward and suspect moment of his entire career. He accidentally streamed audio of an intimate encounter to his entire Instagram audience. Yes, live, and it wasn't subtle. Let's just say the sound effects told their own story. People were shook. But almost instantly, Shannon jumped into crisis mode, tweeted that his account had been hacked. Classic excuse, right? "My team and I are working vigorously to figure this out," he claimed. But just days later, he did a full 180 on his Nightcap podcast. Sat there, dead serious, and admitted it wasn't a hack. He said, "I threw my phone on the bed, engaged in an activity. Didn't know live was on. It's chicken world. They don't want how IG live works." But fans weren't buying it. He continued, "It wasn't a prank. It was me being a healthy, active male. I'm extremely private. And to have one of your most intimate moments heard by the whole world. Like, okay, we get the damage control, but the timing, too perfect. Almost like a performance to shut down all the gay rumors in one viral swoop."
You don't want people to know your business, then you just don't speak on it. Now, you're not going to make me look like a damn fool. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big of a star you are. You're not about to make me like a...
The internet clocked it immediately. Theories were flying. Was this a setup? Was Shannon trying to prove something? One fan even tweeted, "Ain't nobody opening IG Live. That's 4 steps minimum." And that's facts. Meanwhile, Russell was back on his cryptic tip, dropping shady Instagram stories that were screaming, "I know more than I'm saying." One story read, "I love my private life. You may see a little bit, but you won't see much. I'll tell you that. And the hardest thing I ever had to do is shut TF up." Fans were like, "What does he mean?" But then he dropped the real bomb. Russell posted, "Accidentally going live when you have to open the app, swipe right, swipe left twice, and hit the button is absolutely insanely impossible." Boom! Straight shot to the dome. No filter, no tiptoeing. Russell was done with the soft subtext. He followed it with a meme saying, "Don't push me," and added a caption that basically screamed, "You don't want this smoke." Then came the one that really sent chills. So much I want to say, but nah, I'll wait till the right time. Excuse me? So now we're on a countdown to the next explosion? Russell made it clear he had receipts. And let's not forget, this is the same man who outed NFL star Kerry Rhodes. So when he talks about someone hiding something, yeah, people listen. But surprisingly, Russell never dropped the full tea, and that made people raise eyebrows even higher. So why didn't Russell just air it all out and end Shannon's charade right then and there? Fans were confused. Some thought he was holding back to protect him, but others... they saw the truth plain as day. Shannon had already shut him down behind the scenes. Insiders say Shannon didn't just fire Russell. Oh no, he allegedly kept watching, monitoring, waiting for Russell to get bold, and then pulling strings in the shadows to make sure he stayed silent. And when trying to trash his reputation publicly didn't work, Shannon reportedly switched gears to behind-the-scenes sabotage. Now here's where it gets downright evil. According to Media Takeout, Russell was on the brink of a huge career move. Word is, Bravo reached out to him with a sweet deal, an opportunity to appear on a new reality show. This was big, like turn your career around big, but just like that, poof, deal gone. Hollywood's team allegedly told blogger Tasha K that Shannon went full blacklist mode. He used his power, his influence, and did whatever it took to block that deal from happening. And just like that, Russell got iced out. One minute he's about to hit TV screens, the next he's vanished from the circuit. Coincidence? Fans don't think so. Shannon wasn't just trying to erase the rumors, he was trying to erase the man who had the power to bring them all to life. And baby, that kind of manipulation, that's not just shady, it's scary.
I'll be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right.
But the plot thickened even more. Just when we thought this whole saga was about shade and styling tea, bam, a whole lawsuit dropped from out of nowhere. Suddenly, Shannon was making headlines again. Not for his podcast, not for his suits, but for a civil lawsuit filed by a woman. The accusations, woo, dark doesn't even begin to describe it. According to the legal docs, this woman, listed only as Jane Doe, says she and Shannon were in a consensual relationship at first, but then it allegedly took a disturbing turn. She's accusing him of secretly recording their intimate moments without consent and says it spiraled into manipulation, threats, and violence. And get this, her attorney Tony Bursby. Yep, that's Tony Bursby, the same guy who's represented women in huge sexual assault cases. So when he came forward, people paid attention.
Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself.
Then things got even more real. Jane Doe's legal team released an audio recording that allegedly captured Shannon threatening her. It sent shockwaves through the internet. Fans couldn't believe it. The same man who played Mr. Clean Cut, NFL vet on TV, was now being accused of serious things behind closed doors. And now fans are circling back to Russell Hollywood. They're thinking maybe Russell didn't stay silent because he wanted to. Maybe, just maybe, he was forced. Maybe Shannon already crushed his career dreams so brutally that he had no choice but to walk away quietly. Let's be real. Shannon might have succeeded in shutting Russell down, but the truth? That's a whole different beast, and it's clawing its way to the surface. Because now Shannon's not just facing rumors, he's staring down a full-blown scandal. The backlash hit instantly, and guess what Shannon did? Yep, stepped away from ESPN. Not permanently, but for now, he's calling it a temporary pause. In his statement, he said, "At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason, but let's be honest, that preseason return might never happen." This lawsuit is snowballing fast. And Shannon's legal team, they are throwing everything they've got at it. That includes dropping R-rated text messages, allegedly from the woman involved. Stuff so graphic, fans were literally clutching their pearls. One of the texts reportedly read, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and tie me up and do bad things to me." Yeah, that's the kind of content Shannon's team is putting out to prove the relationship was consensual. But Jane Doe's lawyer wasn't having it. Tony Busby clapped back hard. He said all the text Shannon's camp leaked came from before the alleged assault. So no, they don't prove anything except that this was a twisted attempt to shift the narrative, and fans saw right through it. They're saying Shannon is just trying to use shock value to distract from the real accusations, that he allegedly recorded a woman without consent, manipulated her emotionally, and threatened her physically. According to the lawsuit, their relationship started in a Los Angeles gym back in 2023. It began consensually, but allegedly turned toxic fast. Jane says Shannon's real personality started to show soon after: controlling, manipulative, abusive. She claims he recorded their private encounters and shared those videos with others. And then came the violence. Jane alleges 2 horrific incidents, one in October 2024, another in January 2025. Both allegedly left her terrified, broken, and traumatized. Stackable. She claims he threatened to choke and slap her in bed, that he told her he'd hurt her if she didn't behave. Shannon's legal team is pushing back hard. His attorney, Lanny J. Davis, says this was a fully consensual adult relationship, that the wild role play, the explicit language, all of it came from Jane herself. But here's the thing, with $50 million, 0 cents on the line, Shannon has every reason to spin the story however he can. He even dropped a video statement looking all serious and solemn, trying to save his image, but fans, not fooled. They said the timing was too clean, the message too polished, calculated, one person wrote on Twitter, just like that IG Live moment. People are starting to piece it all together. The Russell drama, the live stream scandal, the lawsuits, the shade, the smear campaigns. This isn't just some random string of messes. This is a pattern. A pattern of someone trying way too hard to hide what's really going on. And Russell? He's still on the sidelines, watching, liking shady tweets, dropping cryptic quotes, never, spilling everything, but always reminding us that he still could. Honestly, the clock's ticking. If Shannon keeps slipping, it's only a matter of time before Russell drops the ultimate receipt. The fans are waiting, the blogs are refreshing. And Shannon? He's running out of spin, because this time it's not just gossip, it's lawsuits, livelihoods, and if even half of what's being whispered is true, Shannon Sharpe's legacy might be hanging by a thread. So what do you think? Did Shannon really try to erase his ex-stylist from the industry? Was the IG Live accident just one big cover-up? And now that legal drama is knocking louder than ever, will the real truth finally come out? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if you're still gagging from all this tea. And don't forget, hit that subscribe so you don't miss what gets leaked next. Because honey, this story, it's far from over. It's far from over.